I get asked a lot, Acorn, how do you feel about this antag? So today I'm going to rank pretty much every antagonist I have played as and played against. I'm not going to be ranking every single antagonist in the game on all servers, because obviously, but everyone I have played at least a couple rounds of and played a couple rounds against, I will be ranking. This is not just how fun they are to play, this is how fun they are to play both as and against. Also, not doing mid-rounds because I just straight up don't have the experience on most mid-rounds. And mid-round antagonists are very hit or miss. Maybe I'll talk about that one day, but we're going with mostly round starts. Some of these antags are going to have mid-rounds like the Blob, but we're talking about them in a round start context, unless it's mentioned otherwise that I'm talking about them in a mid-round context, which some of them are. It's weird. You'll see. Anyway, let us start with the Cindy, the classic antag. Nobody else, not Traitor nor Thief, wait, this is Traitor, I'm stupid, comes close to matching the freedom and flexibility of this humble Traitor. The objectives, they're simple, yet they're very flexible in how you can do them. Almost all of the objectives can be done sneakily or loudly. That's not English. The only problems are sometimes your objectives can stack up to be the most boring, mind-numbing things in the entire world. Like, oh, I spawned mid-round as a Cindy. What my objectives are? I have to protect the guy who's already dead twice. Yeah, that's happened to me multiple times, and I straight up just asked the admins, what do I do? And they just gave me new objectives. So, you know, that was nice of them, but that shouldn't happen. It shouldn't be allowed to happen that way. Sometimes your objectives can also stack up too much with every other Cindy. This will result in rounds where all that happens is like 8 people show up, beat Hoss to death, and nothing else happens because that's the only objective anyone has is to kill the Hoss. This also shouldn't happen. Cindy's though, despite that, they get a simple S tier. They're just simply the best antagonist with the most freedom, the most intrigue, and the most capacity to do whatever you want as easily as you want. Oh, also, I'm doing a tier list, and I'm going to make the results and the image representing each antagonist the first thing that I find when I Google them, because I know the algorithm loves me, and I'm very, very lazy. So, there we go. Right into the S tier. Here's the next problem. Thief, I'm gonna have to split into 2, because there's one thing that really separates Thief from being great, and Thief from being just god-awful. Thief, with their side objectives, is D tier. You wanna know why? All of the objectives fall into one of 2 categories. They're either annoying as shit to pull off, or annoying as shit when pulled off. Let me explain. Let's say you want to, you know, get some marijuana and the friggin' like ID objectives or the headset objectives where you have to steal all of the headsets and all the IDs and all the weed. Problem is, those objectives are either comically easy to do, as in a complete friggin' moron could do that, and the other half are just annoying for everyone on the server. Seriously, there's nothing more annoying than having some dickhead stealing IDs off of people when you're just some poor titer trying to exist. So, if that's D tier, then what's a Thief with the freedom objectives? Because as you know, Funky Station, and I believe a couple other servers as well, but Funky is the place where it originated, so I'm going to say Funky. They started out with an objective freedom thing. That is A tier. Thief has the power to influence the round and act as a really good minor antagonist when given the freedom to do only the most interesting things. So, for example, a Thief 1 round could have their own gimmick, where they just have fun and do stupid shit. They can have a gimmick where they steal sanity from people and they act as an evil psychologist. They could steal high-value items like the Duke. They could steal cap stuff. They can act as a minor antagonist, where if they succeed, nothing changes. If they lose, nothing changes. Something for security to interact with. The only reason they're not S tier is because the thieving gloves are really abusable. I'm sorry. The freedom thing doesn't prevent thief from just stealing IDs and stealing headsets and being cringe and other various annoying, irritating ways. As such, I just cannot recommend it. Be tried on every server right now. I think there is a lot of possibility, I will say. There's a lot of possibility in Thief being better than it is currently, but as it stands, I don't know. It's an A tier, but a close A tier. I could put it in B easily. Oh, changelings, you're in such a weird place. Changeling interactions are kind of just, all bad? Okay. The concept alone, really cool. Your coworker goes off into mates to check on some weird noise. They come back, say hi, and you tell them, oh, what was the weird noise? And they say, what noise? A chill goes down your spine. They don't remember that they just left to check out a noise. You try to call for sec on your radio. Your vocal cords don't work. You turn back to them. Their arm is a blade. You're dead. Terrifying, right? Here's how it actually goes in gameplay. You are either getting jumped in mains by a changeling who is just sitting there with an electric grill eating anyone who gets caught in it randomly, or the changeling gets found out in 2 seconds by Sec, who immediately noticed that that guy doesn't have an ID because for some fucking reason, and yes, I'm going to say this is a funky specific issue because it really fucking is, changelings aren't allowed to round remove someone to disguise as them. Yeah, so they just kind of get reduced to the mate's monster murderer. Oh, but you're not allowed to round remove someone as a, you know, evil murder eating thing. Kind of weird. Anyway, that or they just get jumped in 2 seconds instantly ash because Sec already knows what changelings is. There's none of the fun subterfuge or who the changeling is now type shit takes place. It's just kind of, you instantly die no matter what. You're either on the team that gets instantly murdered or the team doing the instant murdering. It's just, it sucks. Changeling's gonna D. They really need some work to make them more interesting than just getting insta-murdered on both sides. If you'd like a video talking about them, and my suggestions for some fixes, because I do have some in mind, let me know, because I do think changelings shouldn't be removed. Their concept alone already holds enough water to keep them in the game. Oh, Nukies. I'm going to have to split you into 4 different ops, and which op the Nukies choose really influences how fun the antagonist is. Okay, Blitz Ops. Blitz Ops, I think, is actually kind of fun. Nukies go as fast as possible to the nuke disc. They get a full frontal assault. This is fast, it's fun, it showcases the best parts of the game mode. It's tense, everyone's freaking out, everyone's engaged. It's good. Main issue, it validates the existence of half the jobs on board, which several other Nukies modes, or ops, have as a problem. Like, who the hell would be bartending or running the hop office or doing science when there's armed terrorists killing literally everyone? It gets a B because it's still pretty fun, despite all that, honestly. Okay, stealth ops, which are the Nukies choosing to hide their Nukie gear and disguise amongst the crew. Doesn't have to be every member of a Nukie team, just at least some of them choosing to forego a full frontal assault to sneak in and gain some sort of advantage through either sabotage or doing their objective just as basically traitors. This gets an S tier. I see nobody play it, but it's fun as shit for everyone involved. And it does genuinely work really, really well. As long as you have a Nukie team who is smart enough to not do a full frontal assault where they risk their lives, and instead just sort of pepper sec and keep them running around and just do like like little methodical strikes where they take out a couple sec-offs, take out a couple crew, and then piss off to strike somewhere else. This can genuinely work really, really, really well. Because again, if security is too busy trying to fight the Dookies, how can they see the knife for the dark, blowing up their medbay, sabotaging their power, and taking out the captain from within? It's awesome. And you can get some easy wins. Again, really easy wins from this. And it's not like it's kind of easy win where it's like, oh, I'm gonna fucking play my best and play hardest, use every tactic in the book, and all that shit. It is just straight up, you have fun. Everyone has fun when you do this. Do more stealth ops. I love stealth ops. And then we have the two problem children that makes Dookies overall really, really shit. Let me start out with this. So, Blitz Ops is fun, and that's a pretty common operative. Stealth Ops is also fun, but it's really, really rare. Then War Ops, which is pretty common, and well, War Ops shifts, they never really result in anything good. They result in one of three things happening in pretty much every single War Op I've seen. The Dookies either steamroll the crew, they take a fucking hour to show the fuck up, so everyone's just kind of standing around waiting for one team to play the game, or the Dookies fluke so hard that one of them hides in space for 30 minutes, stalling the round for everyone. Here's why this happens, a theory at least. Option 1, Dookie team is confident they can win with Blitz Ops. They decide to go War Ops because, in their mind, they want to give the crew a proper fighting chance. Issue is, Space Station is not a PvP game at its core, and most crew members are not robust. This effectively makes Sec/crew mildly stronger while making the Dookies immensely stronger, resulting in a stomp. For Dookies taking forever to show the fuck up, the Dookie commander is new or stupid or whatever. They press the war button because they feel like it, and the rest of the Dookie team proceeds to argue with a plan for the next hour instead of actually having any idea what the hell they're doing because the commander just pressed it because, haha, funny. That or they're stalling, waiting for a mid-round to do their job. Which is fucking cringe. The AFK thing happens when the Dookie team is not confident they can win with Blitz Ops. So they declare war because if we have enough firepower, we can win! This results in the Dookies being disorganized as hell, and the one of them living afterwards who's either too scared to go in to die so we can move on, or, again, intentionally stalling so a mid-round spawns so they have a fighting chance. Again, this game mode and War Ops itself, War Ops especially, it kind of just results in people playing cringe and playing boring. Play lame, win game, or something like that. Anyways, D tier for War Ops. Finding an image to represent this has proven next to impossible, because most of it is actual war footage, which feels, well, really disrespectful. So I'm just gonna make it Dookie Tyrone Williams and call it a day, okay? This one's gonna be a tirade, so buckle your ass in. This is an op I have no name for, so I'll call it Cringe Ops. It's designed around playing so boringly safe and as lame as possible so that nobody on the other side has fun and you get your free Dookie win because, guys, I want a funny Space Station game, guys. That's all I care about, guys. You carry 40 C4s to space as much of the station as possible. You lose the Tesla so that everyone else who doesn't have insoles dies, or a spacesuit dies. You spill space lube everywhere, so you automatically have a speed advantage or just auto-win against people who don't have mag boots because guess what? You, of course, are immune to that because you have no slips. You wall off the nuke after it's been armed because, God forbid, you actually have an interesting endgame where you have to actually defend the nuke from the crew who don't want to die in a nuclear explosion. Oh, God. And then, here's the kicker, because every single one of you motherfuckers I see play like this does the exact same other next thing that I see all the time. You then complain on Discord or Reddit about how the crew is using cringe anti-Dookie strats, like C4 bombs and a thing. Like, oh my god, they stacked fucking like a billion firebombs into one toolbox and killed us all. Like, Really? Wow, I wonder why they're playing lame as shit in order to not die to you guys. Well, there's a consistent reason why a group of people would have to play lame as shit to counter you playing lame as shit. This one gets an F, and this represents the problem with the game mode I have. Because as a dookie, if you want to play cringe, if you want to play lame, and if you want to try hard your ass off and win every time, you can. And there's not a damn thing crew can do about it unless they also know the ultra cringe meta dookie strats. This is the problem of a metagame, and my space station should never allow itself to start fucking having one. There should never be a way to play that is ideal, and dookies represents that to a T. I hate it. Let's get the other F tier out of the way, shall we? Blob never improves a round, just straight up. Blob is not good as a mid-round. It stops much more interesting roleplay from happening. It's not good as a round starts. It just either wins in 20 minutes or there's no antags. All shift, so there's just no point in Blob existing. I made a whole video about why Blob sucks. People defended Blob. Those people are stupid. Just straight up. This antag is fucking terrible. I don't get how people enjoy clicking on a fucking booger for 30 minutes as their gameplay. Just fucking remove it. Let's talk conversion antagonists. Revs is an antag I have a storied history with. And to be clear, this is about the current Rev version that exists on most servers and not any of the reworks. Because I just don't have experience with the reworks. This includes Armox Revs, I believe Funky now has their own Revs version, but I'm not too sure. And just generally, any rework that isn't just the Wisden standard Revs, I am not talking about here. Just don't have experience with it. This Revs version, it's give it a sort of C. It's a lot better than it was. It's improved somewhat. There's been fixes for its most common issues being introduced, but the round stalling issues still exist. Again, it gets a C because it has actual fun and interesting things happening when the game mode works. The problem is, it doesn't work most of the time. Just straight up. I wish it worked most of the time, but doesn't. As such, C tier. The Blood Cult has been updated recently, and I have not had the chance to play it, so skipping it. The Cosmic Cult, on the other hand, oh, it's such a simple answer. The art style, the unique basing system with the monument, the end game, their scaling, which makes them not have the revs issue where the entire round is quiet as shit until suddenly it's loud as shit. It's simply fantastic. It's everything a conversion antagonist should be. It's nearly got the top spot. The one reason it doesn't is because, one, if I start ordering guest here, I'm going to have a fucking aneurysm. And two, it's kind of limiting in certain ways. Not a knock on it, but I do like the freedom and individuality of Traitor a lot more than I do like the Cosmic Cult. Personal preference, just how I'm ranking it. Still though, easy S tier. Zombies. How do I put this in a way that makes sense? Okay, zombies on their own are a pretty fun and conversion antagonist. The original conversion antagonist. The roleplay of, I've been bit! Don't let the virus take me! The small groups of holdouts against the undead hordes. They're pretty cool. Issue is, if you've played 2 zombie rounds, you've played every zombie round. Let me explain. First type of zombie round, zombies get going and start winning. Evac is called, and it progresses as exactly I said earlier. Small groups of holdouts, maybe they eventually somehow manage to get their hands on enough firepower to take back the station, but still, either way, round ends the same. They either get onto pods, or get on evac unsuccessfully, die trying, whatever. The other type, the zombies immediately get stuffed out, And aside from like maybe 2 or 3 people getting jumped, bitten, and round removed, which that's what becoming a zombie is, by the way, which not that round removal is a bad thing, but early on, mass round removal kind of just results in evac being called because, again, half the people playing are fucking dead. So, that's it. That's every zombie round in a nutshell. That's all they like. That's all they do. That's it. That's all. You've played that one? You've played them all. It gets a C. It doesn't have the same massive round stalling issues as Revs because, again, you can just fucking call evac, unlike Revs, where you can't call evac. And once one side is winning, one side's winning, evac gets called, or evac doesn't get called. There's a good tipping point of decisiveness when the round officially is over. One team wins, everyone, and it's just holdouts on one side. And I like that decisiveness. So, C tier. Because it just isn't as interesting as Revs. There's not as many ways you can play zombies. Malf AI is in a bit of a beta-ish state. I don't really know what's happening it right now, but the rounds I've played of it were kind of fun. There's a few issues present that give it kind of, again, similar issues to the other conversion antagonists. Once it's loud, it's perma-loud. There's no stealth play you can make as a Malfed Borg or Malfed AI. Once someone messes up and figures out the AI is broken, complete Solderfest. However, I do think, as a conversion antagonist, which again, Malf AI in its current state is effectively a conversion antagonist, it does have one better aspect. Round removal. See, when a revolution gets bloody, both sides have the same issue. They have to ask themselves the same question. Why would I spend 20 minutes trying to revive a guy that just got done trying to kill me so they can be on my side, when I could just go kill more people belonging to the other side, getting me closer to victory? Well, do you have an answer? Because the answer is no, they will never do that. Malf AI solved this by functioning a fair bit more like a Xenonest. If you get captured dead or alive by the other team, both as a malfunctioning Borg or as an alive security member, you become part of their team. This applies both to converted Borgs being relawed to being normal, who will then, because the AI is harming crew, go and attack the AI and all of its converted Borgs. This also applies to people being absorbed by the Malf AI in the Borging pit to become new Borgs. As such, every time you get a kill on either side, that becomes someone that is additionally working for you. It kind of stops functioning later on once there's too many people being Borged, but the fact of the matter is, that's just kind of how it's always going to be. There's really no way for a conversion antagonist to exist that isn't a complete slaughterfest, resulting in a lot of people being round removed. Unless you maybe added like a third team or something, but that complicates things a lot, and that just makes gangs a thing. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna give Malf AI a B tier, because it manages to avoid one of the biggest issues of Revs, and it's not Revs. Also, I just want to highlight this this AI image I found for Malf AI. I searched up Malf AI and I got this. I don't know who the hell made it, but holy shit. Thank my channel members. Yeah, the video's over. Deal with it. Modern Jedi 2002. Well, I'm bad at names. Mr. DX Awesome. That's Mr. XD Awesome, actually. I'm stupid. Dubbo. Lazy Hungarian. Just a period. Pledsic. Oh, Weedix. Hello, Reverse Beer, Wakefield, User Face This, Loltart, Some Kitty Cat, Northstar, and Philman Timo. I'm recovering from the plague that has befallen me, slowly but assuredly. And I promise and in thee, I shall stream it in, more it in, often and in. in. I've also been arrested in. Okay, that's the video. Goodbye now.